Um, yeah. So yeah, thanks for coming today. I'm just recording this for the people who can't, just so that they can see faces and get to know. So we have on the call. Can you just say your names? Is that okay? And whereabouts you are again? Tony,
Hi, I'm Tony and I'm from Wigan.
Ab, Chunyi,
Hello, I'm Chinyi and I'm from Plymouth.
Chelsea. Maybe not.
I was Chelsea until I put myself on mute. I'm Chelsea. I'm in Marple, which is South Manchester.
Kerry.
Hi, I'm Ceridwen or Kerry, and I'm from Conway, North Wales.
Thanks, Joe.
Hi, I'm Joe. I'm from Hebden Bridge.
Fab, lovely. And you know me, I'm Sarah, and I live in Manchester, and the training will be in Sale in South Manchester on the 22nd, 23rd of May, right? So we are, 3 weeks off? About 3 weeks off, aren't we? 3 and a bit weeks. So you'll be getting some emails from me dribbling through 2 weeks before the training, just reminding you of the venue, the car parking, refreshments, all that kind of jazz. But it also gives you an opportunity to reply to that email if you've thought of anything. So you'll get an email 2 weeks before, then a week before, then a few days before as well. And Tove, I don't know what's happened to Tove, sadly, which is a real shame. But Tove is a master trainer, one of two master trainers in the UK. And we have been teaching together for just over a year. We've done about 4 trainings together. And Tove is an incredible author, mindfulness expert, laughter yoga master trainer, which is the level above myself. And so she teaches leaders how to be teachers, which is a 5-day training. And what else can I say about Tove was trained personally by Dr. Kataria, the founder of Laughter Yoga. And if you ever want to, I don't know whether you've been to any of the online sessions at all run by the International Laughter Club by Dr. Kataria, but they have, he's present, but people actually host them now. And Monday is Fun Day with Tove. So if you are around or have access on a Monday, it's 1:30 till about 2:15ish. Then you'll see Tove in action, and it is incredible. It's really magical. If you can stay on online, I'm running a 1-hour session, which is quite rare. Usually the half-hour sessions online, but 7 o'clock tonight. So you are very welcome. If you fancy coming to that, just let me know, email or whatever, and I'll send you the Zoom link for tonight. Chunyi asked about happiness, etc. We can go through that in the training. We talk about the psychology of being happy and laughing when you don't feel happy. And it's okay to change emotions, whatever you go with, you can go with the flow. But the best thing about laughter yoga is you don't need to be happy to laugh. That's what we teach, and that's what I'm a great advocate for, because I don't always feel happy to laugh, but we remember how we felt, don't we? Tony, with a huge field of people at the Happy Place Festival, or under a tree, next to a tree, Chunyi. We remember how we feel, and people come back to me and they say, "Oh, you teach laughter yoga?" And I said, "Yeah, I did laughter yoga 15 years ago in such and such a place. It could have been Vietnam, it could have been India, it could be the UK, and I remember it, and I remember it so well, and I remember how I felt." And I said, "Do you remember the person who taught you?" "No, but I remember how I felt." And I remember how an amazing experience it was. And that's what we're making, actually. We're making the memory. It's a muscle memory. And people come back to it like, oh, I want to do that again because I remember how I felt. And it can be addictive. So this is what we're probably teaching you, is to get that addictiveness in the 2 days so that you want to carry on doing it, because that's the main thing. If you don't use it, you lose it. And we want to kind of maintain that momentum however you want to do that. Oh, there we are. At the end of the day, people won't remember what you said or did, but they remember how you feel, isn't it? Good one, Joe. Yeah, absolutely. And it's so right. So yeah, it's a beautiful venue. I've got the good weather ordered. It's going to be there on the 22nd. We try and do some laughter outside, and even if it's freezing cold. There will be some laughter outside, which is really freeing and lots of playfulness. But we also teach the theory behind it, and a bit of history, and a lot about joy. And you'll also be doing Bollywood laughter dance. You'll be doing 1 or 2 dances of that, so that you can enjoy that side of it as well. So I'm going to put you into the open. Would you like to ask any questions now about the training, if that's all right? Yeah, Joe.
I just wanted to thank Chunyi for bringing that question, actually, because I think it's been really alive for me over quite a long time, and I'd love to talk about it more on the training. I really hear that there will be space for that, but I think, for years I ran away from sadness and pain, and it surfaced eventually. And as you're saying, Sarah, I think, it's you can still laugh when it's really bad. So yeah, I'm really interested in that psychology piece. So I just wanted to endorse that kind of line of inquiry.
Yeah.
Thank you for bringing it.
I think Tove would be an amazing person to answer that for you, Chunyi, as well. She'll go in really deep to it.
Yeah. Can I just quickly share? For me, I've been on like a grief journey over the last year and a half. So then I've learned the importance of being sad as well. So then, yeah, it just makes me wonder whether in some situations it's better to accept the sadness rather than try and make ourselves happy, or whether trying to make ourselves happy with this technique that I've not really practiced that much of, how that will be, kind of thing, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good point, and it does really help grief. There was a leader, I think it was a couple of years ago, and she actually opened up after the training. We didn't know much about her background, I have to say, because people don't tell the personal backgrounds. Thank you for sharing yours. And she had been bereaved like within that year, and it did a lot of healing for her. And we have to heal ourselves before we can, deliver the best sessions. So yeah, I've there was another leader, and she sadly lost her dad about a year ago, and she said to Sarah, I need to have a laughter session the morning of the funeral so that I can cope and I can feel the gratitude for his life rather than the sadness. So yeah, there's been a lot about grief and laughter, and it is very, very healing, really healing. And I was just saying, I think, to Tony about a personal situation that happened last training, the morning of the training. My mum was taken to hospital urgently, and unfortunately, I had to be called back to hospital. And I could have easily said, forget day one, I'll come back on day two and teach everybody then. Tove was luckily really, really good and went in the training on Saturday. And and so I came back straight from the hospital because I wanted that. I needed that laughter. I needed to be able to release, and I did cry, and but the love that you get and the support that you get from other people laughing and sharing that deep emotion, that love for you, is so special. And it's a beautiful community where, we may not talk to each other every single day or whatever, but we are always there for each other. We've got each other's back. And one of the teachers who, I'm getting emotional now because she's really lovely, Mary Maggie, unfortunately, she's going through a really tough time right now. Somebody dear to us in hospital and critical. And, we're going to laugh for healing for Maggie and her partner tonight, because, that's the energy that we can send out to them and to the world to for her to be able to cope with the situation, because that is what laughter brings us. It's a coping mechanism as well. So yeah, it is incredible, and it's no jokes needed. So we breathe in and we say ha 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 ha, and it's as easy as that. Mute again, please unmute. Let's try it again together. Let's breathe in. Okay, and a ha 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 so my cheeks are hurting. Lovely. Let's take a breath in. The nose. Release. Well done. Feels good, doesn't it?
Sure does.
Very good. Very good.
Sarah, can I ask something? Because we said about laughing. It feels like there's a little bit of fake it till you make it on it. When they say like manifestation, your brain doesn't know the difference between when you imagine something or when it's real. Is that there must be a bit of that about it in terms of the psychology, surely, that
Yeah.
but it is that you're faking it until you actually do start laughing, and then you can't stop. So
yes. Simulating stimulates.
Yeah.
Simulating stimulates, Chelsea.
Yeah.
But we'll go into all this in the training.
Yeah, cool.
Absolutely right. And that's what I always say, is simulating laughter stimulates genuine laughter.
Yeah.
And your body, not your brain, but your body can't tell the difference. Your brain can, but your body
it's your body that can't. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So yeah. But we go through all this kind of stuff in the training. So good point. Really good point. Thanks. Yeah. Any other questions about the course? Yeah. Go.
I'm just wondering how much of it is like theory and how much of it is practice. Like, what's the split roughly?
The split roughly, say we try and do as much practice as we can. If I'm honest, in this one, I would say 30-70, but maybe 20-ish, 80. Just kind of it depends how much coaching Tove gives. Because she sometimes goes into the laughter therapy side if that's needed. it's not always needed, but sometimes she does for extra healing. And whatever questions come up, basically. So if you have some more questions, then that will add to the theory. But the idea from Dr. Kataria is that you practice the 40 foundation laughter exercises, you practice how to deliver them, and we do at least 4 laughter sessions, sometimes 5 over the 2 days. And it's not just laughter as well, because we do yoga nidra, which Tony and Chunyi. Anybody else has done yoga nidra? Yeah, Chelsea? Fab. So it's a deep relaxation that I will try and... Well, what I'm going to do actually next is, as long as I have your mobile numbers, I will be putting you in a WhatsApp group, and then I will pop a yoga nidra in there so you can have nice relaxation tonight. How does that sound? That's the aim of the game, right? Okay, I'll write it down because like the brain goes choo. So yeah, we'll pop this in the WhatsApp group, and this recording as well. I'll pop it in the WhatsApp group so it doesn't kind of get lost too much.
I just thought, I don't know if we already cover this, but I'd be quite interested in learning about like the business side of things, like how to make it, like put yourself out there.
Tove.
Hello.
Yes, we'll be going through the business side, Chunyi, don't worry. Are you okay, Tove?
Yes, apologies everybody. I was delayed. They've got some roadworks that they're doing on our street, so it was like, surely this isn't happening on a Sunday. We're just taking the little dog for a walk, so my apologies for being late, but it's very good to meet you all and see you all. So thank you for your patience. I appreciate it.
Rav, well, we'll carry on for another 10 minutes so that you can have a chat. Yes, we're just open to questions really about the course. Joe was asking about the percentage of learning theory as opposed to practical. So I said it's around about 20 to 30% of theory. We do as much practical as we can.
It's a great question, Joe, because it's good to know, what's expected on the day. We find because it is such an experiential course, that the more we get you doing laughter, and what we'll do is help you to facilitate as leaders as soon as possible. You'll see on day 1 we get you doing stuff so that you feel your competency as a leader. You already start to build that confidence and feel really, really good that you're being supported and that you can feel what is it like to lead, going through your own series of triggers and resistance that you have in yourself, and then learning, hey, I can motivate a group to do these exercises. And so in terms of the study, it's really recommended that, you look at the manual. What we'll do is we usually do after our course, we normally like to do it in about a month, hey Sarah, or a couple of weeks after the session, because there's so much that you experience in these 2 days. It's very powerful. So sometimes we see that there's a lot of personal growth and, for everybody, we go through stuff because we bring our lives to this moment and we actually connect with each other in a very real way that is less about putting up the mask of what we do for society and more about connecting really heart to heart with people. So that's what we like to see, is rather an emphasis on that connection with people. And we really encourage you to read the text that's there because it really is robust and it will support you. And then after a couple of weeks, we will come back and facilitate another Q&A, because once you've gone away with the hype and the buzz of what the experience is like, now comes the question of, right, how do I get my club going? What's going on? How do I do this? So the real questions start to come up once you've gone through it's a fun course. It's a lot of fun. It is quite physical. A lot of our leaders eventually go, my cheeks, I can't laugh anymore. What is going on? So, yeah, it's a great question. But I think, in terms of courses, isn't it nice to have something that is so heavy on the practical that it is showing you how to lead? Because we want you to know the theory, that you know why we're doing these breathwork exercises, why this is working specifically from an emotional and psychological point of view. And then to just know, okay, great, these are the kinds of exercises that will work well with whatever groups that you end up going to. But reading your notes, I was so excited that each of you is keen to get going and leading, which is wonderful. We will be coaching you with the ability that you can walk out of that session, that last session with us, and go and lead. We want you to feel that confident, and we want you to know that you can do it, and that we will have given you everything that you can lean back on.
Yeah, and a couple of leaders did that straight away within a week, didn't they?
Yeah.
One of them had a birthday party, so she did it for her own birthday party. So yeah, you kind of start with friends, people you know, the easy, well, I say easy crowd, but people who you know who will attend, so you don't have to pressure them too much. And then you go to the people who definitely need it. It's a big wide world.
Yay.
And we've got so many people. Chun Yi's from Plymouth, but the rest of the people are around Northwest, Manchester, and Wales. So got a nice area. So we're going to have an in-person meetup, and actually we do in November.
Yeah.
Because we have the Laughter Yoga Pros Fun Day. We're on the 3rd year now of that in November.
And actually, you crave it once, and correct. Thank you so much. It's wonderful to feel that excitement from you. And for us, we stand on this precipice of taking you over this threshold, and we're so excited for what you're about to experience, because nobody else will have gone through what you're about to go through in these 2 days. Remember, we are co-creating the experience with this unique group. So take a look around on the Zoom and look at the people that are here, and just recognize these are soul sisters in a way. There's a reason that the universe has encouraged all of us to be here in this moment. And we see that people stay friends for a long time, very often for years, with people that were in their leader training or teacher training, and it's a beautiful thing. So we strongly say we are very much a case of, and I saw in one of your notes that someone had, that Kat Googe had recommended Sara. Who was that? Was that? Okay. And that's
we've got 9 leaders, so there's
yeah. So what we say is, we believe in this wholehearted space of there's enough room for everybody. And we have this very expansive mindset to say, as much as we can give you and support you and make you feel that you can go and do this, that's what's on our hearts. We don't feel, and we want you to get this from us, is look at it as a collective, that people in the community aren't your competition, they are your colleagues. And do that, because it could be, and you said, Sara, that you're in a region. So if Tony might have a booking and Joe can take it. Can you take this? I've got something. You up for it? It's that type of spirit that we want you to have amongst you.
I was saying to Joe, actually, I found a booking for Hebden Bridge, right? So I'm going to say to Joe, right, can hopefully she'll feel confident enough to deliver that, to get some experience, which would be amazing because it's right on her doorstep. And the reason why we work like that is because time is of the essence. If you're driving an hour, 2 hours, that's taking a lot of chunk out of your day and inevitably money out of your day when you could be earning. So if you're traveling for all day, then you're at a loss. So you need to have people who are really close so that we can all tap in and our inquiries go, Wigan, yes, there. And that's how it goes. I've had inquiries recently for people in Wigan, but it's a community event and they can't pay a lot of money. But if you're on the doorstep, you get all the money and not the travelling costs and time. So it makes complete sense, you won't make millions, but your heart will fill millions of times with this. Absolutely millions of times. It is the best job in the world. Isn't it, Tove?
It's so true. That's so true. And I think what Sarah's done there is given you a really good framing. We want you to just know that this is very heart-centered, what you're doing. But I can see from your background in any event that it's about people and you care and you want to make a difference. And this is the right way. In fact, this comes from Dr. Kataria himself, the creator of Laughter Yoga. And he often says, don't chase the money, right? Don't chase the money. Focus on doing as much as you can that is good, and you will see it starts to open up for you. People start to come and things will start to unfold in a very beautiful way. But it's because if you're not orientated to a money grabbing thing, I want to just sort of caveat that by saying we do as much as we can in terms of at least getting some payment, right? So we don't encourage too much. You'll get a lot of people asking for freebies and free this and tasters and testers. When you are new at this game, it's not a bad thing to just try out a few things as you get more experience doing it. But we always say, get something because it's an energetic exchange, right? It's an energetic exchange. Don't worry about people who have this essence of we just want you to know that you're not doing a wrong thing by charging. We don't want you to be only focused on the charging. Does that make sense, right? You get the energy of that. But watch and be surprised as you welcome the bookings that come to you, mainly because your energy is aligned with the right vibe. Yeah. And as Sarah said, it is so much fun. When you get paid, it's like, I can't believe I got paid to do that because that was so much fun. And you feel so uplifted in every time that you do it. That's why Sarah and I love to teach, because we love this practice so much. It's made a difference in our lives at a personal level, and we know the difference it can make in others. And increasingly, we know that the amount of mental health pressure is only rising. It's only rising. We've got to be out there. This is the best, most holistic physical, mental, emotional well-being practice, and you don't need a special anything. This is why we love it. Anything else, you've got to have a room, a court, a racket, a bat, a pool or whatever. We can just do it. I often do things in the car. Sometimes I'll do a session from the car. Sometimes you do it on a train, So yeah, it's going to be something that you love, love, love to do. And we want you to remember, do the practice yourself every day. Get used to laughing every day.
You do laughter yoga with children, of course, and we kept getting asked this so much. So we will go into this on the training, if that's okay, because I don't want to take too much of your time. But yes, the sooner children start to do laughter yoga, the better, because during the teenage years, it's difficult. It's difficult for them. So the sooner we can start children, the better. And if you follow Dr. Madan Kataria this week, you'll see loads of videos of loads and loads of children laughing in India. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe, so much for hopping on, and we will see you soon.
We'll see you soon.
Yeah, bye. Sorry, I have to go.
No worries.
My friends just arrived. Thank you for the session. All right.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, so has anybody got any other questions? Because we're excited about helping you. Do you love helping other people? That's my question to you. Do you enjoy helping other people? Do you enjoy seeing transformations in people?
Yes.
Because you will see them very, very quickly. It's a very quick thing that happens. It's like magic. Wave a magic wand and zoom. Has anybody got any other questions? Any more questions? Tove, are you on tomorrow lunchtime?
Yes. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow on Dr. Kataria's International Laughter Yoga Club. We always say it's a great thing to check out on for the UK. A good time to see it is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1:30 in the afternoon. It's too early for us. It's about 3:30 in the morning every morning. So they have it. They do. So it's 7 a.m. India time and 6 p.m. India time. So in the winter, it's 12:30 for us. But it's a nice thing to see other people doing laughter yoga. And, there's a laughter calendar, so you can see laughter done all around the world. And so, yeah, Sarah and I really want to encourage our UK leaders to have the same kind of energy that they have around the world, because they have some big groups in Italy, in France, in Germany. I mean, you can imagine Germans take themselves very seriously. And they have 7 masters in Germany. It's absolutely phenomenal. In fact, the Bollywood laughter dance was debuted in Germany. So they're a fantastic group of people, and this is why we want you to do. We want to stay with you, support you, encourage you that you can go and do great things, and ultimately also, become teachers. Ultimately, that would be wonderful too.
Yeah. Fabulous. Okay, I think we'll just close there and invite you to email us if you have any other questions about the course, venue, things like that. As I say, I'll be emailing you just like little snippets 2 weeks before, and tell you about the manual, etc. So that if you can't print the manual out, there's a facility to do that. And yeah. It's exciting. It's an exciting journey, and I hope you're excited, because you should be. I'm so wanting to. Hopefully, I can make tomorrow lunchtime, Tove. It's usually about 80 to 100 people on Tove's session on Monday. So yeah, hopefully we'll see. We'll see you all very soon in 3 weeks' time, and we love you all. Take care.
You'll love it.
See
you. WhatsApp group. Bye.
Be the first to jump off. Be the first. Be the first. Go. Live your life. Bye. I'm so sorry, Sarah.